Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is Barazal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful like Christian's word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This will be a quick one titled People of the World Are Stupid. Right? People of the world are stupid. People of the world are stupid, gross darkness to people. And fair use, fair use, fair use. I do not own any of these clips, nor do I receive any type of monetary gain off of any of these videos. My page is not monetized. This is just for educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's just play. Let me rewind it.
This is the real reason Tank canceled the fight, bro.
You know, that's why I bring to the sport excitement. That's why
Just watch.
I'm the one that doing the most.
I posted this clip reacting to it, and it got over a million views.
That's why this is amazing. He's a
What?
showman. He's a G. He's got his aura, his swag, his his fans. I really respect him for taking this fight. Look at what Floyd Mayweather did. He fought Conor McGregor.
Hear what Jake is saying. Look what
This is the most
Tank
risky
Davis
fight
response.
that Gervonta can take in the boxing. He actually has the balls and he's putting it on the line. And it's a much tougher fight than Floyd had against Conor in a crossover fight like that. So respect to him. It's going to be a show, and we can talk our shit at the end of the day, but people are going to tune in and we're both going to show out and someone's getting put to sleep.
Watch what Tank says.
This is really scripted. Like you really going off of something, huh? You see how you just threw that out there, Floyd, so I get this. Y'all might not catch it, but right, okay.
What did you say? I don't
Nothing.
know.
She said we caught it, so we on the same page.
Damn.
Alicia?
Crazy. You seen how Jake stood shut? He stood silent. He said, "What are you saying?" Jake knew what he was saying. That's why he canceled the fight, bro. I don't think it's because of cases, none of that. I think Jake was trying to offer him something where he can script a fight. Probably Jake was telling Gervonta Davis, "Let's make it a tie." But Tank is like, "Nah, I'm gonna knock you out." And Jake didn't like that. I'm gonna keep it real. I think this is what that is, bro.
All right, so that's what it's like, bro. Like you telling me you needed this to happen to see that this whole thing was scripted with Jake fighting these fighters? Are you fucking serious? Right? Are you fucking serious? You're telling me oh man. Like these are professional athletes. They've dedicated their lives, their existence, their being to this sport. And you think that someone who can just come off the street and just just come in and just beat them like that easily, whether they're retired or not, whether they retired like Mike Tyson, it doesn't matter. If you saw Mike Tyson sparring video, there was no way he was supposed to lose that fight. It was scripted. I already knew. And if you believed that Jake was gonna win, like you actually believe that Jake's actually a good fighter, then you fell for it. You fell for the smoke and mirrors. You got bamboozled, right? You got hoodwinked, and you're a little too caught up in the world. You need to pull yourself out of it, because like the fact that you can believe that is crazy. These guys dedicated their whole fucking lives to a sport. Their being. I'm talking about their being. I know because I was a professional athlete, not someone who said that they kind of went pro and they went semi. No, I went pro. Okay. So I'm telling you from experience, you're not beating someone who went pro, someone who just comes off the street and just maybe started sparring for maybe a couple of months and then you're going to beat this guy. Nah, that's not happening. It's not happening. Even if I retired for 10 years, it's not happening. It's in those movements, the reflexes don't go away. Even if their body, unless their body got degraded where they can't walk, if they can still move around, they're still good. You're not beating them. They might be out of shape, like maybe they're like in the sense of the cardiovascular. Maybe you'll beat them in the cardiovascular way, but you're not beating them, man. It's just not happening. I already knew these things it was staged. It's like, bro, but people are just like, you're telling me that the fight had been canceled for them to realize, oh, this is probably scripted. Are you fucking serious? And it also shows you that the Most High, the truth is real, because that's that spirit of darkness, right? Right here, Isaiah 60:2, it says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord Yahweh Yahushai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee." Right? So there's a real darkness on the people. Just people can't connect the dots. They can't connect the dots. The dots can be right in front of them, and they can't connect them. That's why you be talking to someone while you're in the street. You be talking to people, and you're saying things like A, B, C, and they don't get it. They don't see it because that angel's blocking them. He's like, no, they're not. This person's not gonna get it. That's why people don't have understanding. Because for you to even, like, for example, if I told you that person's a serial killer, right? But they're making all the facial cues, the body language, they're saying all the things that a serial killer would say, and you don't understand any of those things, you're not gonna know what's going on. You're not gonna know what's going on. You're not gonna be able to connect the dots because you don't even know what dots. You don't even know if there's even dots there, right? But someone that understands that can see the dots right away. They can connect them because they understand, right? So therefore, they can be wise about what they have to do. So there's no understanding. There's no wisdom in the world. People know stuff. They know things, but they can't connect dots. Therefore, they don't have an understanding. Therefore, they're not wise, right? 1 Corinthians 3 and... Actually, that's not what I want. Romans 11 and 8. It says, according as it is written, Yahweh wa Yahushai have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Right? So, gross darkness to people. Gross darkness to people. Right? Starting with Israel, but it's on the whole planet too. It's not just Israel. Because Esau put that over everybody. He has everyone in slumber, but it's really on Israel because other nations know shit that you could talk to a Jake, they don't know what's going on. They'll have no idea what's going on. But you go to other countries, other nations, they know what's going on. They know that the world, America's falling. They can see a lot of things, but they can't connect the spiritual aspect to it because they're not the spiritual people. They're not the Most High's people. Only the elect, first of all, starting with the elect, are going to do that. But really it's given to Israel but the 2/3 are, the Lord's not dealing with them. So it's just the elect. But anyways, back to the point, right? It's crazy that people are just picking up on that now that these fights were scripted. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, they need someone to come out and say it. I could already see that right away. I was like, yeah, this is bullshit. There's no way I was like, the fact you beat Mike, I was like, bro, this shit, I already knew it was scripted when he was beating other fighters, but like, I thought, like, I was watching this stuff and I was like, okay, the Mike Tyson fight, okay, maybe this is when people start to realize this shit's scripted because it's Mike Tyson. And then you're watching his sparring videos, like, you guys have to see that this is scripted by now. You have to, this fight, if Mike loses, you would have to know that it's scripted. No, they still thought it was real. They're like, oh, well, Jake is younger, and Jake's a good fighter, and Mike's old, he's retired, he's old up in age. I was like, what? Right? That's what let me just go back to that last one I just read. I'll go back, because actually it makes more sense now. That's why I went to it. 1 Corinthians 3 and 18 says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. Right? So these people that think that they're wise in the world, they're really just fucking fools. Right? They're really fools. And for them to actually become wise, they have to become a fool in the world. Because, and I'll just keep reading, it says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. So the wisdom of the world is foolishness with Yahweh Yahushai. It's foolishness. It's not actually wisdom. The wisdom of the truth is wisdom. That's true wisdom. So in the world, if someone's talking to you like they have everything figured out, like they know what they're talking about, you have this truth, you can see that they don't know what they're talking about. They're actually just a fool. But they're in the world, they're wise. So what they need to do is become a fool in the world, and that's how they become wise. Right? That's how they become wise. And let me just bring up the word real quick, fool, because I'm curious of what it is in the etymology, what it says. Yeah, anyways, I really thought like the Mike Tyson fight that people would be like, okay, this is this is not real. Yeah, so silly, stupid, or ignorant person, not knowing. Yeah, exactly. So they have to be not knowing. Right? So in the world, they have to be not knowing. And that's how they can be in a position to become wise. So it's like you have to forget everything you thought you knew and take on this truth. Right? Put off the old man, put on the new man. That's the only way you can become wise, because you can't be wise and have the old man. The old man is not wise. The old man is foolish. Right? Because his wisdom, his information is based off the world, the ways of the world, which is foolishness with the Most High. Right? Anyways, that's it on that. I just thought it was really funny seeing that, and it just showed you like the state of the people, like on a global scale, that people are just they're stupid. Now there's truth out there. People will bring out information, but they don't have the full truth. Like people bring out information about the MOTB, like in the sense that it's the RFID saying that you have to buy and sell with it. You know, they're gonna control you with that, but they can't connect it to the scriptures, right? And if someone does bring it out with connected to the scriptures, it's because they got from the prophets, GMS, and the affiliate groups that are associated with GMS, because they're the only ones that really talk about it. That's the only reason why they got that information, because it's coming from GMS, right? Or the Lord gave it to them directly, because you have some people that don't associate with GMS that are like even look like Edomites, but they know that the RFID CHIP is the MOTB, you know? And for all you know, they could be one of the elect, because you can't look at someone's skin color and say they're not one of the elect. They could be one of the elect. You have no idea. Anyways, that's it on that. I'd like to close up by saying, Kahala Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Racha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the hopeful elect pushes his word and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Abad Babal, Kwame Sha'Allah, and Shalom.